Dr. Lainey started laying in on me, talking to me about things she shouldn't be talking to me about. I don't care how many certificates she has on the wall.
Do you want to tell me?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Dr. Winter says that it's my mother's fault that my stepfather beat me, that she should have protected me. Like anybody knows what happened all those years ago. I got mad. How can you blame me? And you know what Dr. Winter says? Dose up the medication.
I'm sure it's not meant to punish you. Dr. Winters is committed to getting you better.
To what? Doping me up? I have a temper. I know that.
Yeah, your temper is the reason you need to stay in therapy. Sonny, you've lived through so much.
Right. And I survived it.
Yes.
Right.
You did. But the little boy inside of you is still suffering. Can't you accept the reality of what happened to you?
So you feel the same way? That it's my mother's fault that pig hit her and me and...
Please don't put words in
You know, I don't care how many years of therapy I have to go to, how many bottles of lithium I have to take. I will never blame my mother. And not you or anybody else will judge her.
Sonny, stop. Hey, you need to calm down. I realize you might have had a hard session with Lainey, but it doesn't give you the right to come here and take it out on Emily.
I don't need you to protect me from Sonny, Carly, and please don't blame this on the therapy. It's just going to give him another excuse to quit.
Okay, you know, don't talk to Carly like you're in charge of my life. Because you're not.
Stop treating me like I'm the enemy because I'm trying to get you help. We get it, Sonny. You hate therapy. Well, guess what? So does everybody else who's ever had to go through it. But you get the work done. You take an active role in your own well-being instead of raging out of control and punishing the people who are trying to help you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't
you're
mean-
always sorry. Not enough. You're not stumbling around in the dark anymore. You know what's wrong with you. You know how to manage it. Stop cowering in the closet. You're not a child. Come out and take control of your life before you wreck it for good.
Who knew? A mouse roars.
Don't start.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with Emily. She's right.
I agree.
You do?
Yeah, she deserves a lot more than I've been handing out. Something's gotta change. I know Emily doesn't seem very strong, but I tell you what, she's a lot stronger than people give her credit for. She never folded. She went against everybody, including Jason, her family, even you. She gave me all she had, and it's not her fault that I was too scared to hold up my end of the deal.
What were you afraid of?
I was afraid that I was going to do what I just did, get angry, or everything that you and Jason warned me about. Emily, you know, she was the brave one. I had feelings for her. I could not own them. She just said it straight out. No pretense, no games. But I knew, eventually, I would wreck her. That she should not be with a man like me. And I gotta tell you something. The minute I opened my heart to her, I let the sickness in. Now that's wrong, twisted. Why would I do that?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
The queen of self-destruction? God created therapy for people like us, Sonny.
You think I should stay with it?
Yeah, I do.
Maybe you're right. Sitting with Lainey an hour at a time, taking medication like a good little boy, could level me out. I don't think so, but possibly. Okay. I'll tell you what, one thing I do know for sure. I will never be an easy person to live with. Not the kind of man, the kind of prince Emily deserves.
You know, I've never been a fan of the Sonny-Emily combo platter. That's not like her to go off on you like she was when I walked in the door. So that tells me there's something deeper going on. Want to talk about it?
Well, I'm kind of all talked out right now. First it was Lainey, then Emily, and I just...
So you guys were arguing over something that started in your therapy
You're not
session?
going to let go of this, are you?
No.
Okay.
So you might as well humor me.
All right. Lainey upped up. She wanted me to take more medication, and I kind of fought her on it.
Why?
Why? Because I decided to take the medication so it could control my emotions. I don't want to take it and then not feel anything at all.
Lainey is a good therapist. She's not trigger happy when it comes to prescribing medication. If she says she needs to up your dosage, then maybe she does. And you need to go with it, Sonny. You need to find someone to trust while you're going through this.
Okay.
Stay open. Trust your shrink. Work the program. Okay? It's the only way you're going to fix what's broken.
Some things can't be fixed.
Like what?
I don't know.
Like what? What's going on?
Like what happened to my mother. Lainey says to me that it was my mother's fault that my stepfather beat the hell out of me. That if I should be mad at anybody, it should be my mother.
Maybe she has a point.
Okay, dude, you don't want to go there, okay?
I used to wonder myself why you were never mad at Della.
I'm warning you, don't point fingers at my mother for this.
Okay, well, how about this? It's a good thing I never met her, because I would have kicked her butt to Buffalo and back. It took me a long time to realize how badly you were abused. Mainly because you didn't like talking about your childhood. But every time you did, it was always about Deke and how he beat you and how he locked you in the closet. And I used to wonder if Adele even knew what was going on. Then I had 2 kids of my own, and I realized there's no way she couldn't have known.
That piece of crap was beating her, too.
Okay, and?
And?
I realized that Adela was abused, and that comes with a whole different mindset. But why didn't she grab you and get you the hell out of there? Why didn't she fight, for God's sake? You used to tell me things, and I would wonder, where the hell is his mother? I used to picture Michael and Morgan screaming their heads off while some pig was pounding on them, and I couldn't even visualize it, Sonny. Because you know what I would have done? I would have grabbed a skillet of bacon grease and thrown it in his face and then turned around and beat him with it. Because there's no way I would let anyone hit my kids and then live to do it again.
My mother wasn't like you, Carly. She wasn't strong.
You're as strong as you need to be, Sonny.
Well, that's... My mother used to say that. No, I mean, she used to say, we're as strong as we need to be.
And that's a load. She should have been strong before you had the hell beat out of you. You can yell, scream at me, or you can throw things at me. I don't care. I'm going to say it anyway. You might as well have been alone.
What was my mother supposed to do? Deke was a cop. Everybody thought that he was the greatest guy in the world. If she had left him, he'd have put out an APB and he'd have found us, assuming we even got to the bus station. And I gotta tell you something. If my mother had embarrassed Deke or made him look like a thug in front of the entire town, he'd have made our life a living hell. Or let's say she fought back or picked up a skillet like you said you would have done, or God forbid killed him. His brotherhood would have sent my mother to prison. And then where would I have been?
There are ways around things, Sonny.
Yeah.
Did Adela ever try and get help?
No.
Did you go to counseling?
The counseling, that's something that was only rich people did. There was no counseling in my neighborhood. What you did was you shut your mouth and you dealt with the issues in-house.
Okay, so tell me how that worked. On a daily basis.
What?
Did Adela lie? Say the bruises and the welts were caused by you both being so clumsy? All the absences at school were from colds and the flu?
Yeah.
But I thought your mother loved you, Sonny.
My mother was scared. You gotta understand that.
Here's what I understand. Your mother went to her grave, protecting Deke with a lie, and did absolutely nothing to protect an innocent little boy. You blame Mike for abandoning you? Your mother abandoned you and she never even left the house.
She loved me.
Then why didn't she fight for you?
I don't know. She could have, I guess. I couldn't do it myself. Why didn't she fight for me? I don't want to go through this process and end up hating my mother. She was a good person and a generous, kind heart. She did love me.
I know.
Maybe she wasn't strong enough, smart enough, brave enough. But it doesn't make her a bad person.
I never said Adela was bad. In many ways, she was a saint. But you need to look at the whole picture if you want to be able to get any clarity. Everything you are today came of age in that apartment, Sonny. In that closet, with those people. And if you want to figure out what drives you, you need to see them both as they were. Neither demonized nor idolized.
Other than my mother, you were the person who influenced my life the most. It's kind of ironic because you two couldn't be more different. She was gentle, and you're like a bulldozer, and and she was quiet, and you're like the noisiest person on the planet. You know?
Thank you.
No, it's just that I'm starting to figure out that the definition of a good woman is not somebody who's just sweet and nice and all that kind of thing. You need to have some fire, and you have to be able to stand up, and you have to be able to protect your children when, you know, at any cost. I've kind of done a disservice. I've been quick to judge with you because I had preconceived notions, and you're an amazing woman, and my children are very lucky to have you as their mother.
Thank you. That means a lot to me.
You know, I mean, you took a big chance coming here, making me see what I didn't want to see. I mean, why did you think that it wouldn't turn out ugly?
Because I know you. And whether you realize it or not, you're ready to get better. I just was along for the process. I want to make something clear.
I have never doubted in my mind, ever, that your mother didn't love you. I know that she would want you to be happy, and she wouldn't want you to think about all the bad things that happened to her. And she wouldn't want you to think about what she did or she didn't do. She would want you to be whole, Sonny, and she would want you to be happy.